like the BLM movement and other proactive movements that are like amplifying the voices of different marginalized groups, and that's why we're making these changes. But professionalism as a concept, you're taught that your hair needs to be clean and straight, and there are people that exist with hair that that can't necessarily control because it's genetic, and you feel like you're forced to fit an image that is centered around the white gaze. And that's the problem with professionalism, and that's why I'm like deeply uncomfortable with
when you put the outfit on.
exactly, because there's this layer. Because the moment you put on a suit, there's a level of professionalism to you. People look at you and they're like, "Oh, this man is sharp," but the historical context of these suits is rooted in westernization. Like, I know that my people, my family, I told you, is indigenous, bro. Like, they, in their country, these motherfuckers barely wear fucking clothes. And they have traditional wear that is also, like, a lot of skin that's showing. And that, to them, is their level of professionalism.
Yeah.
But here in America, you have a different gaze of
Like
professionalism.
other spots, you might have they be having like hats and like a feather or like, I mean, all type of, just like you said, like if it was a motherfucker that was indigenous and like their tribal gear, it would be something with some type of like feather, some type of different type of garment, silk and shit.
And the people of his community would be like, "Damn, this man is sharp. He's professional as fuck." But you bring that person here, it changes the game. It changes the perception of what professional looks like.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, bro. Like, I have such a vice with professionalism because it feels as if I'm like, in a way, assimilating my identity to, the white gaze. And it's hard because it's not even that, like, you can be like, fuck that, I'm not going to do that. Because, again, you're not in a position where you can make a decision to stand on business. Because if you were to stand on business, there's a possibility you won't have job security. There's a possibility you won't be able to support your family, feed yourself, own a house, build wealth for your family, take care of your children. So people are forced to conform to these societal norms because it's a survival mechanism.
Yeah, but you gotta do it to get paid.
Exactly. So then what does that do? That creates assimilation, and all of a sudden it becomes the new norm. Like, now this is expected of you because that's the way that it should be, and that's not how it should be.
No, that's a fact.
Because ultimately, bro, everything is deeply systemic. Like, you look at like public health, most people, the average of people, I forgot the percentage, but it's over 50% of Americans don't have access to actual health insurance. Do you know what that means? We, as human beings, we don't have the access to get healthcare when needed.
Yeah.
And the health industry and insurance industry
Especially
is
people
so
of certain
fucked.
color and shit.
It's like there's basic human needs that are infringed upon, and that's all like systemic, man. All these policies that are in place that prevent people. I mean, like Trump trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, and people forget that the Affordable Care Act is Obamacare. And Affordable Care Act literally is the byproduct of why you have, like, you make co-payments when you go to your doctor.
Yeah.
Name, like, thousands of people without that would be fucked if they didn't have these co-payments.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people was,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't care, they just want their health care.
Yeah. And then and then not only is that a problem, but the biggest problem, in my opinion, is how severely undereducated Americans are. Like, people that lean right tend to really hate people that are left or on a social aspect of things, but they forget like basic subjects that were taught in fucking high school, like how policies are made, how a bill is passed, and things of that nature. And they'll say things like, well, I don't want my taxes to be up. And I don't want, like, gas prices to go up. Like, gas is way too expensive. And all these different kind of things. And they're like, well, like, he's going to help with this, like, our taxes. And they forget that there's the National Federal Reserve that is fully responsible for that. And the president actually has no impact on what the fuck that looks like. That's based on the global economy. Like, our value in our dollar is based on the global value of our dollar.
Yeah.
And that's
a whole bullshit in that. So.
And that's a whole different like conversation. But people are like, nah, the president's gonna do that, and that's just not how it works. There's a whole team of individuals that are actively running this country, and it's not just like one person. Yes, like, I'm the poster child of the country, but
that nigga just like the spokesperson bullshit.
Yes.
Bullshit face of face of the country, but not really the face of the country.
It's this whole shit, and it's just disappointing because I think the biggest thing is that a lot of people don't take the time to learn these things. And bro, like
There's a lot of
there's
disinformation, like they be saying, you know.
bro, there's a massive literacy crisis in America, bro. Did you know that the average adult has a reading proficiency level of a fucking 7th grader?
I believe it.
People don't read anymore, dog.
I
They'll
believe
scroll
it.
through social media, they see one TikTok feed that has an infographic that, oh my God, healthcare is going down. And they're like, oh my God, like I'm gonna believe this. Or they'll see something on fucking World Star and they're like, oh my God, like Megan Thee Stallion's running for candidacy. And they're like, oh my God, this is true. Like this is reality. Like, it's unfortunate, but that's the trajectory of like where we're at right now. Like, people aren't curious enough to look into things beyond a simple Google search. They'll search up something, they'll Google search something, like they'll be like, I swear to God, bro, the
Yeah,
average
I know.
person, instead of going to a doctor, would be like, I'm getting intense migraines on the side of my head. What is this? And then the Google search engine will tell you, oh, you're gonna die, you have cancer. And you'll be like, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or to just tell you some other shit and you'll
Yeah.
be like, oh, it's okay because it said that, and then
Exactly.
you fucking go to sleep and never wake up.
And then like you don't go to a professional, and then there's this whole thing. But then you're like, oh, why would I go to a professional if I go to a professional, I'm gonna have to pay thousands of dollars. So fuck
Which
it.
is
I'm like,
fucked up. It is
Yeah.
fucked up though.
but you see what I'm getting at? Like,
Yeah.
Not only is there a combination of systemic issues, there's a combination of literacy and comprehension and critical thinking skills.
That's all part of the system.
And it's
right?
all part of it. It's the byproduct of
Yeah,
it.
like we ain't even gonna educate these motherfuckers. We just gonna let them figure shit out on their own. We gonna let them murmur to themselves. We gonna let them think whatever, and then as soon as they want to get it, they're not even gonna know where to get it from because they're not gonna be able to open up a book and do it. And that's one of the main things. Like my pops used to always tell me. They always say the easiest way to hide something from a black man is to put it in a book. And then he also used to be like, reading is fundamental. We all heard that before, you know what I'm saying? And I feel that shit is etched in stone, you know what I mean? Like, reading really is fundamental. I ain't gonna front, I strayed away from that shit for so long because I used to get like, you know, you get tired when you read, or, you know, like you may not find reads that are interesting to you, you know what I'm saying? But once you find a read that's interesting to you and you open back up that like chamber in your mind where it's like, oh shit, I could really read, yo, this shit is, yo, and then like your mind, I don't know, for me, my mind works different. So that's why like I try to read, I try my hardest to read in the morning before I pick up anything. I try to do that first, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna front, I don't do it all the time and I gotta do it more. But the days that I do it, me personally, I be feeling like it's like a workout, you know what I mean? Like, like especially for my mind, for my body, I'm like, oh, okay, bet.
Because that's what it is, bro. Like the same way you work out your muscles, you need to work out your
Yeah,
mind.
that's a fact. No, that's a fact.
And yeah, man, I'm not saying that it's easy. It's not. But what I am saying, bro, is that if you don't put in the effort to be uncomfortable, you're never going to grow. And that's just baseline the reality of life, man.
No, that's a fucking fact. I want to make sure it was recording because you gotta have that part in there. I have that. Yeah, nah, but that's the main reason why. Like I was asking, because like I said, I'm working on this SEO shit, and then like it's just figuring it out. So like right now I have like basically what I did just to test it out, because I'm working on an ebook right now, but I tested it out and I purchased another ebook that's like you know how you purchase it and you got the reseller rights. You get what I mean? So like it's like basically like a white label ebook. That it's a white label ebook that you purchase from this online spot, and you could sell it however you want it. You could put a different cover on it. You could do whatever, but it has 12 chapters on audio or on AI, so it can help someone out for their business. So my whole goal is it's like a little $5 book. You know what I'm saying? Even if I sell it for $10 online, right? Figure out how to put it on there somewhere, keep promoting it, and figure out how to sell it online using the SEO and figuring out. And then even if I just get a $10 sale in a week, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, that shit really worked. You know what I mean? All right, now I got a $10 sale. Let me figure out how to get a $20, $30, you know, and then scale my business up right now. That's all I'm really focusing on. Digital marketing, digital content, and digital real estate. Because for a long time, I always, you know, just like everybody else, I'm sure, thought digital real estate was like houses online or something, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, is, you know, it's your content or even just your Facebook page, because you have that page, look at it like an online store to a certain extent, you know what I mean? Like if I have 50,000 followers, I may not get all 50,000 of them to purchase something, but even if I only get 1,000 of them to purchase something for $5, that's $5 times 1,000. You get what I mean? The math of that. So that's when I started getting and learning more about like SEOs and digital marketing and reseller rights and stuff like that. So now I'm just at the point where I have the books, I have everything set up, but I just need to go that next step with the digital marketing, or not the digital marketing, because I already got the digital marketing part. I have to get the next step of the SEO and actually purchasing it. I already have a stand store, so I already have a spot to purchase it. I have a Stripe. I got everything that I need just to get it lined up and right. You know what I'm saying? So. Nah, I just gotta stop bullshitting. You can sit up. Oh shit, now I'm at the point, I just gotta stop bullshitting and get to it. Well, I feel like, especially like in business, like barbers is always like, nah, we ain't never gonna get replaced and we good and all this. And I'm like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because, it'll probably be a while before robots really gonna be cutting your hair or whatever. But as far as like business, or even like another niggas be like, nah, I don't use that internet shit. I don't do this, I don't do that. But at the end of the day, everybody promotes on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's not no successful businesses that don't have some type of social media or something like that. Look at even CNN and shit like that. You get what I mean? Like, so it's like, I don't know, man. It's like one of those, man, get down and lay down. You know what I mean? Like, it's here. There's no denying it. Let's not try to wait for apocalypse so then you can tell everybody, I told you.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I told you so. It's apocalypse. I knew that all that shit was gonna fail. Like, that's just praying for the worst. And like you said, the technology and like how you can see shit, even just like the health field, I think that's dope. You know what I mean?
You always manage to turn my mental visions to life.
Yeah,
My scattered, chaotic mental visions.
A scattered vision. I'm like, yo, what? I don't know what you want, brother. I hear you.
It was so funny.
Listening.
I was talking to Isaac the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to get my hair cut. And he asked me, you know what I get? I'm like, you know me. Like, I always walked up to Jamal, like,
last second. Like, all right, look, I have some ideas. What do you think?
He was like, bro, Jamal's sick of us, bro. He's tired of our shit.
How he doing? You all right?
Bro, he's doing amazing, man.
That's good.
I'm trying to get like him for real.
Where you at?
He's
Back in Miami?
Yeah, he's working in this company called Gang Alternative.
What's the name of it?
Gang Alternative.
Okay.
And he does a lot of like nonprofit work to help like rehabilitate people that come from
Better situation.
Yeah, like bad situations. Not just like like gang violence and shit like that. You just have that name because the CEO has connections to that.
Yeah.
I
was looking all good, right?
Really sharp.
Gotcha.
See, this is
Yeah, and I was about to say I took just a little bit off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, as time goes, we'll fucking use a little bit more. Hold on, I got the sea salt spray too.
I sent you the.
Okay. There it is.
But yeah, man.
Oh, what up, bro? I didn't even hear you. You was in here? You been in here the whole time? Word? Oh, so you seen Shorty, the Shorty that had pulled up. This is this sea salt spray I got from this dude. It's like for curls and shit. And it's light, so it ain't like it's gonna be real sticky or something. I said it gives it more of like a nice wet look, opposed to the other one that I had. It's more of like a dry look. But your hair curly. Y'all about to say you don't even need shit. Your hair already be curly anyway. He gave it to me free, so I told him I was gonna post it. I'll edit that part
This
out.
is so good, dude.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, that's what's up.
Thank God, bro. I was so worried.
No, I got you, bro.
I was worried because I feel like I gave you the most chaotic puzzle.
I was
known to
definitely
man.
stressed out. I was definitely confused, but I, like I said, I already knew it seemed, you know what I'm saying, from when you had started the conversation, it seemed like you was focused on something specific, and obviously like we was talking about something else, you know what I mean? You know, life and fucking, you got shit you gotta do, bro. And that shit don't make it no easier when you got fucking school. You know what I mean? So school is a very fucking stressful thing as is.
Yep.
And then especially if you want to, like I really got it once you was talking about like, yeah, I felt disheveled in the outfit that I had, and then you was like, down the line, I still want to have full hair, but I don't want to be looking like Wolfman until 6 months from now, basically. And on top of that, nigga trying to stack. Get it, man. I'm listening, baby.
Yes, bro.
That's what I ain't gonna front. That's the one thing I'm trying to do this year more than anything is like listen more than I talk, so I can understand and comprehend and digest, which is also a part of like I feel I learned from reading and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause like shit be hard, man. I'm at this point now where it's like I'm trying to get at least just 2 barbers to fucking sit down with me and read Think and Grow Rich. And like not all the way through, but do it like how the author says, like read each chapter, digest it, then come back. So, and then I just went out of town and was chilling with these niggas in Tennessee and this other barber from Rhode Island, and then we was in Texas, and like we all came from where we was and we met there. You know what I mean? And like it was just good, bro. Like the dudes that own this brand, like they're at the point where it's like they're trying to expand to a global. So it's like if everybody, like basically like everybody be arms and legs of this shit. And then we got this one dude named Frank the Barber that's actually from Florida. He goes to like Germany, China, and all that shit. We're trying to put him as the face of the brand, and then like just basically me and my shorty, we're gonna try to set up like a world tour for them, so he could be able to get into places, have, you know what I mean, hats and everything, and then, you know, get a percentage, still, you know, sell shit on the side, do whatever. But then on top of that, that's what I'm learning for myself as far as my brand, being next to them and seeing how they're growing in the industry to take notes for, you know, when I do decide to take myself to the next level.